Now, your StormTracker Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Sam Parish.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, we've been talking about this for quite some time. All the way back to last week, we were talking about 4 to 6 inches possible in our area, and it's holding true so far. Let's take a look at the live tower cam. Pretty nice night. Cold, of course, 38 degrees, and look at the dew point, still way down there at 6. And so we have a lot of room to go. Once it starts precipitating into this dry air mass, that's going to allow the temperature to really start to drop and the dew point to come up. Right now it feels like 30 out there with that east-northeasterly wind. Here's a look at the winter storm warning that's in effect. It's basically all of southern Louisiana, including our counties in southwestern Mississippi. Don't want to leave those folks out. And of course, that's going to continue until midnight on Wednesday. Right now across the area, it's already close to freezing up to the north, like in Liberty where it's 33, 34 in Woodville, a little bit warmer down to the south in Morgan City where they're currently sitting at 41 degrees. Currently the winds are out of the north and east, starting to gust a little bit, up to 20 miles per hour across the area. And as a result of those winds, it feels a lot colder out there. 20s right now up to the north in Liberty at 25, feels like 30 here in Baton Rouge, and still feels like freezing down as far south as Morgan City. All right, here's a look at our exclusive live Viper. I know it looks like there's a lot of precipitation already occurring, but a lot of this is evaporating before it hits the ground, but it's saturating the atmosphere over time, and eventually later on tonight, this is going to start reaching the surface in the form of some snow and maybe even a mixture down to the south, like let's say from Franklin to Morgan City and Thibodaux over to New Orleans, and then it's all going to convert over to snow later on. In fact, let's look at the radar right now across eastern Texas. You can see a large area of snow now starting to develop in eastern Texas, sleeting now in Houston, also snow pellets or ice pellets in Austin right now, and the surface low is starting to develop south of Corpus Christi, and that low is going to move to the north and east, throw up all this moisture up over on top of us in the form of snow. Now currently the road temperatures are above freezing, upper 30s up to the north, lower 40s elsewhere, but as this precipitation starts reaching the surface, that's going to decrease as well. So here's the road conditions forecast. You can see they're going to be getting wet later on tonight, and then as we go into the morning hours at around rush hour, we're going to start to see the roads becoming a little bit slick out there, especially to the west, and then here comes the bands of heavier snow mid-morning, and then that will last right on into the afternoon hours, and by evening all of that will start to move off a little bit to the south and east, but we're still going to be dealing with some snow flurries and snow showers into the evening hours. Now here's the forecast on the amounts. Notice it's a very tight gradient. There's a possibility that some folks up to the north, just barely outside of our viewing area, will receive nothing. So we're looking at 4 to 6 inches across a large part of the area, 2 to 4 down to the south, and even 6 to 8 inches just to our west. And this could expand further to the east as we go through time, but that's more of a nowcasting during the event. We'll be able to figure out where that bear clinic zone is going to set up, and that's where the heaviest snow is going to fall. And there could even be some thunder snow, which is quite unusual as well. So tonight we're going to be looking at temperatures dropping through the 20s with snow developing. And then during the day, we're going to see the snow bands across our area, a high of only 32 with brisk north winds, very, very winter-like. And then as we go into Wednesday morning, check out these lows. In the teens, but with strong northerly winds, the wind chills are going to be close to 0. So it's still going to be pretty dangerous out there. Then, as we go into Thursday, we're looking at highs in the upper 30s to around 40 with lots of sunshine, so there will be some melting. But then as we go into the evening hours, it's going to drop back down to 20 degrees, so refreezing. And then Thursday, 46, and then finally 50 by Friday. And then look at this, early part of next week, 72 degrees. So we're a little bit on a weather roller coaster, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting 24 to 36 hours. All right, stay with us. We have more news and sports coming up right after this.